What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 63 of the Chumpcast. It's Thor Ragnarok week, and we're pretty damn excited. Brick, Mark, and I had a spirited debate over which comic book movie actor we'd most like to take over for, and let me just say, everyone was wrong. We also got a head start on our next $1 million idea, becoming the Pirates of Chicago on Lake Michigan. All of this happens before we talk Thor Ragnarok, and if you haven't seen it yet, check the show notes so you can avoid the spoilers, but make sure to hang around afterwards so you can catch our weekly recommendations. Thanks to all of you that have rated us on iTunes, and the rest of you are dead to me. If you'd like to redeem yourself, you can rate us on iTunes or check out thechumpcast.com for our merch, episodes, giveaways, and more. That's it. Enjoy Thor Ragnarok.
How many calories are you burning in an hour, approximately?
Probably like 650, 700.
Yeah.
I do it like at a low pace, but I try and keep the abs flexed, you know?
That's good. Hitting like 300 every half hour is pretty decent.
Welcome to Ab Talk.
I'm working it.
Welcome to Shredded. Get shredded with Matt Burketto's ultimate getting high as fuck workout plan.
Abs.
Okay, I'm just jealous right now that you're drinking a beer. I don't know how I'm going to do this for another...
And it's a Miller Lite, too. You're not even...
28 days, 4 weeks from now.
You're like getting
Jesus.
Do you want to go out tonight and not drink?
No, that sounds terrible. I'm going to be sober for the entire month of November, and it's...
No, you're not.
When Thanksgiving rolls around, I'm probably going to get a Murder One wrap.
You are a liar.
So speaking of nightmares, I just have a thing called quotes, and it says... Liam Neeson nightmare. I tried to kidnap his daughter, and he just wasn't having it. They made 3 movies at this point. You got to wonder when he's a bad parent.
They made way more than 3 of those. They did one on a train. They did one on an airplane. They probably did one on a Zeppelin.
Ooh, they should do a throwback.
They're all the same movie. They just call them something different.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Liam Neeson. There was.
What's the one on the Zeppelin?
Taken Blimp.
Taken Hindenburg.
Takenberg.
Takenberg.
There you go.
Bergen's.
That's about as dumb as it needs to get, right? So let's talk about our dumb question for the week. As it is Thor Ragnarok time, which we will get into later in the episode, I thought an interesting question or debate would be, if you could take the place of someone who is playing a superhero or villain right now, in DC, Marvel, whatever, it doesn't matter, who would it be and why? So you are literally stepping into this person's role.
Deadpool.
Terrible.
I like it because, first of all, I get to put a mask on. Second of all, he's funny. I'm kind of funny. Not even, but
quietly
debatable.
Hilarious.
Exactly. I'm debatable funny. But he also has that. Who's his girlfriend? Who's his...
Morena Baccarin.
Ooh, boy.
All of them have pretty girlfriends.
I like her the best because she's got a little dark side.
Okay,
but I like also, a little mystery, to be honest.
You show up at 5 a.m. every morning to get prosthetics and makeup done.
A Deadpool? He just puts a mask on.
Not the whole movie. When's the last time you saw Deadpool?
Oh yeah, his face is all fucked. A majority of the time is he is in a mask. And so that would make it easier for me to transition into it because I'm covered up in a bunch of prosthetic makeup, and that's when I'm probably going to be a little high and just sit here and come up with dumb ideas and put it on my phone. It's called $1 billion idea time.
we got to cross all these prosthetics wearing people. Killer Croc, Drax.
Yeah, are you post-burn or pre-burn Deadpool?
I would be post-burn, obviously. I'd be both because
Tell me he's Ryan Reynolds.
So they do the origins of Deadpool again with you.
Well, no. I'm taking the place of whatever this is. The universe is.
He's stepping in.
I'm stepping in.
Okay,
that's what it is. Would you rather step into like a Chris Hemsworth where you're Thor?
So he would be post Deadpool. You would have the burns.
I would have the burns.
Nobody would ever see you without the burns.
Basically, so I'd have makeup on and you wouldn't even be able to tell.
No one would even know who you are in real life, though. You try telling them like, "Hey, that's me acting."
I mean, he would be at the red carpet for me.
Yeah, I'd be able to verify.
Technically,
it,
but maybe
check out this paycheck.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe you'd be too high and be like doing cardio and completely forget about the red carpet.
Maybe I thought I was in Deadpool already. Actually,
all right. Speaking of paychecks, though, RDJ as Iron Man making $80 million of film. Yeah, I'll take that one. You don't have to be jacked. You're not Chris Evans. You're not Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, that's the best part is getting jacked.
Yeah, you got to.
You don't get to eat anything or drink anything.
I don't care. You're still jacked on screen. Come on.
You get to be a jacked.
I had to deal with you when you were on your diet, and you were a fucking miserable person.
You didn't look at Chris Hemsworth's arms yesterday and just think, "Wow,
dude,
look at those
totally
guns."
I did. I was like, "Yo, I quietly want to get super jacked."
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Until you actually have to put the work in, and you're like, "Fuck this."
No, dude, I used to, and then I hurt my wrist and I broke my pinky, and I stopped doing like dips and pull-ups.
I hurt my pinky.
Look at that thing, dude. That is.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yep.
I've seen it. I've seen the pinky.
So the reason that you're not as jacked as Chris Hemsworth is because of your pinky.
You're putting words 1,000 in my mouth.
Got it.
But yeah, yeah.
No way, dude. RDJ is the way to go.
You have
Super
to be
funny.
smart
Everybody loves
and witty
him. Makes
and
a shitload of money.
You have to be not monotone.
I am not monotone. I see this inflection that's in my voice right now as I ask you a question.
What? Did you hear any inflection in his voice?
Also, Iron Man is pretty monotone, actually, because he's always doing these witty, dry remarks at the end of saying anything.
But Iron Man's cool.
Yeah, he's cool and dope and awesome and smart and way cool.
And Deadpool's funny, so you can't play him.
Damn!
Okay.
Exactly. We're escalating to this point already.
That was good.
When your only retort is mocking me.
Honestly, that was a Deadpool thing to say. Just being
not making real words. That's definitely not a Deadpool thing to say.
I bet you he does something where he just blah, 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 blah. He's done something where he's just mocking them for their stupid voice.
Mark, you gonna chime in on this?
What do you think my cliche answer will be?
It's gonna be Batman. I'm gonna tell you why that's bad.
You're gonna tell me why it's bad, but you're not gonna change my mind. I want to be a younger Batman. Obviously, I would be taking Ben Affleck's place, but that's not the Batman I would be playing. I can't play that Batman.
What Batman would you play?
A younger. I base it off super nerd right here, like the new 52
Batman
books,
Beyond.
Batman, where he's in his like mid-20s.
Yeah, after year one.
Like my age.
But now that I think about it, there's never been like a really young actor that played Batman.
Exactly. That's my point. And I honestly think I could kill it. So there's that.
Couple things. One, anytime they announce who the next Batman's going to be, everybody immediately hates that person.
That's fine.
That's not true.
Two, yes, it is.
That's with anybody that is in the Batman universe. That's with Joker. That's with Batman. That would be my next one is a Joker as a villain.
I'll get to the Joker in a second. I'll get to the Joker in a second.
All right, get to it. We'll get to it. I'm excited.
I saw you at C2E2 wearing a bat suit, and you were fucking miserable again. You were literally dripping sweat out of your mask.
Yes. How
can you tell me that would be comfortable or fun for you in any way?
I am assuming they would provide me with something to help with that aspect of wearing a hot-ass urethane or whatever the rubber is called suit like that.
I wonder if like Christian Bale had that problem.
I don't know.
Because Affleck's suit is more or less cloth or looks breathable, but Christian Bale was pretty much just rubber. And especially all the older ones like George Clooney.
So the pieces on his actual like suit and under it was mesh. So I think it was more breathable than what I was wearing, which is literally leather. It's like a leather jacket.
Actually, it was rubber. You were wearing a rubber.
No, the cowl was rubber.
Okay.
But my jacket was I don't think it was leather, but it was something like that where it's not breathable at all. So I don't think it would be as bad. I'm sure he was hot as fuck. But also being outside is a lot better than being inside.
You're not trying to be the most comfortable and the most fun superhero. You're trying to be Batman.
No, but I'm talking about what role you would want to play. And so there's a few aspects to this. One, it's who you're a fan of. Obviously, that's why Mark wants to be Batman.
That would be my dream. Overall, I don't care any cons to being Batman. I give two shits because that would be my dream.
There's literally like a saying, "Oh, be yourself unless you can be Batman." And that's perfect for this situation.
It's game over.
Super cliche, dumb.
Although I don't know much about the character, I think being Venom would be real cool because no one has really done a good job. Who played Venom in that one?
Grace?
Yeah.
That was not Venom. I refuse to accept that.
We'll just say there hasn't been a Venom yet. And with all the cool CGI shit they can do now, you would look so badass as Venom.
I kind of want to go backtrack. I want to add to that as well. And Cletus Cassidy would be pretty dope too because you get to be
basically the same thing.
Yeah, but
just a crazy murderer.
You get to be a crazy psychopath that is a murderer and turns into a more powerful version of Venom. And
for those
Spider-Man.
that don't know, Cletus Cassidy is Carnage, aka Red Venom.
Which we discussed this before. Who should play Carnage?
Ben
Foster.
Ben Foster.
We wanted Ben Foster. He wasn't confirmed for it or anything.
No.
We wanted that little. We wanted to bring him up because
for sure.
Such a good answer.
All right, let's go back to this Joker thing because the Joker has driven everybody who's ever played it crazy.
Yes. Would you say Leto was driven crazy? He acted crazy when he was doing the role.
He's full blown crazy.
Okay. Yeah, but Leto was also like a psycho AIDS guy from that Dallas Buyers Club too.
Psycho AIDS guy,
right? Yeah, so now he's even crazier. He's like sending people used condoms and shit.
Yeah, that's like the route you go. If you're a psycho AIDS guy from Dallas Buyers Club, you go to the Joker. Like it just seems like a natural step of.
I think I don't want to be crazy. I don't think I want to play the Joker.
I'd be like crazy.
Plus, you have all that extra added weight of being one of the most iconic villains ever in anything.
Yes.
So
you're instantly going to get shit.
Yeah, but
from the media, from fans, fanboys, whatever.
But to have the opportunity, if you were an actor, to be like, yo, I'm good to be the Joker.
It would be
but also you're never going to be as good as Heath Ledger was.
You would also, though, have the most fun on set of any role.
You get to be a weirdo.
To be the Joker.
A weirdo.
All right, so back to your Venom thing. Hulk would be super easy.
I was going to say, I was going to come back to being
because you're only there half the scenes. I mean, think about how much Mark Ruffalo actually had to show up for Ragnarok. So then, he's barely in it.
What about if we're going to go easy route?
I'm not thinking about this as like a walk in the park. If I were to be a superhero or a villain in a movie, later down the road, I'd want to look back and be like, that was fucking amazing.
But also being the
Hulk. If you were the Hulk, you'd just be like, wow, half the time they were just CGIing with somebody else.
Which also, it's just a super jacktron of you. That's amazing.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Cool, that's literally actually amazing.
Who doesn't want to have an easier job where they make a shitload of money?
Okay, if we're going the easy route, would you rather be Hulk, Rocket, or Groot? If that's the easiest.
I don't think we should count voice actors.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
You said superheroes.
Yeah, but that's just
too easy.
It's not the same. What's his face? Rocket wasn't even his own stand-in.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper wasn't even Rocket's stand-in. It was fucking James Gunn's younger brother. Mm-hmm. So he didn't even show up on set for those.
Yeah,
even better.
He probably was.
Yes, that would be the easiest way out. But if you're going to be easy but in person, Professor X, you're sitting down the whole time.
You got the chair.
You don't even have to stand up.
Wow, that is going the super lazy
route.
You
got an electric wheelchair. It's fucking sold.
If you want to be the biggest piece of shit on set and not even stand, I guess Professor X would be the best choice there. Like,
can someone have my blanket? My legs are cold because they're not being used at all for the next 12 hours.
What if you got
would get tired of sitting down?
Yeah.
What if you were so in a character you didn't lift legs for 10 years?
I don't know, Brick. What's that like?
I don't know.
Boom roasted.
I don't know.
Yeah, but my legs are
50% of the male population. What's that like?
Trunks. Boom. Yeah.
The one other thing I think that I would want to play is Wolverine, because Hugh Jackman, I mean, this is more work, obviously, than the ones I've named, because he's jacked, but also
does just sound like his mind. Does just sound like you're lazy.
But he gets his own films. He has iconic lines and fights and shit, and just, I think that'd be pretty dope.
You're following the guy who made Wolverine, basically.
That's,
in essence.
Okay, so
you're talking about
Mark. Who's your favorite Batman ever? Christian Bale?
Currently, yes. So far, with the movies that Ben Affleck's been in, yes.
So no matter who you take over for, who do you think of when you think of Thor? You think Chris Hemsworth, right?
Yeah.
So everybody up to this point has been
Venom.
Tom Hardy.
That you thought of him. You didn't even think of fucking Topher Grace.
I said Topher Grace earlier.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, you don't think of...
That movie hasn't even been made yet.
Exactly. That's your movie that you are saying hasn't been made yet. Mine, you don't even think of... You barely think of Topher Grace. He's so forgettable that you could make Venom your own. That's
Topher Grace is etched into my brain.
You got problems.
I do. Mark.
What?
What do you think it would be like to play Superman?
Suck dick.
Snooze, boring.
Literally the most iconic superhero there is.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing Superman, to be honest. You can still get jacked. That's all that matters to me. Will the character get jacked?
That is the douchiest thing you've ever said on this podcast.
Yeah,
and that is
they can technically CGI muscles on you too nowadays, though.
Yeah, they did it in 300.
They can alter your face to look like someone that's been dead tens of years. They can definitely put muscles on you. So I guess it doesn't even matter.
Way to take the easy way out, bro.
Yeah, you could take the easy way out with anything nowadays with CGI.
I think Hawkeye would suck because no one respects you.
Who's Hawkeye?
He's a family man. Exactly.
Nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody cares if you live or die.
Let's do this one right now. This superhero's never had a movie. What superhero would you want to be to do the first movie?
Midnighter and Apollo.
I knew you were going to say that. Are you more of a Midnighter or an Apollo?
I play both roles, and it's like a weird sex scene that I have with myself a bunch of times.
That's just called masturbation.
No. It's called CGI, and I would like sensually give myself both. I immediately regret saying all these things, but I don't care.
I think I would actually pick a villain.
Okay. Who?
And it would be Taskmaster.
What do you do? Give people things to do.
That's pretty funny.
Go get my groceries out of the trunk. No.
Email my mom their Christmas list.
Man, it's like you guys have read the entire...
I'm going on vacation and forgot to put an away message on my email. Please hit the auto reply button.
Pack my suitcase and all of my underwear.
Disrespectful.
Who is this Taskmaster guy?
You don't read comic books.
Do this.
Literally,
do that.
The only characters you know are in movies.
No, I know Apollo and Midnighter.
Best Buy
because
is having
I made you read that.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate read.
Best Buy is
that
having
was a great series.
Best Buy is having a $5 Blu-ray sale. Go to Best Buy and grab Die Hard 3.
Oh God, who would pay $5 for that? All right, smartass, you asked the question.
Jason Todd.
Ugh.
As Robin to Batman, but dies, becomes Red Hood. Boom.
Cool.
That'd be so cool.
You're the
to be
most
Red
predictable
Hood.
answers for everything.
I was about to say Nightwing. I didn't, though. I think being Red Hood would be cooler than Nightwing.
Nightwing's getting a movie anyways.
I know.
So if I'm supposed to like pick someone who doesn't really have a good movie, does it have to be a comic?
Just say Martian Manhunter. That's all you got to say.
I thought about that one, and then I was like, they're not going to know who this is, so I said Taskmaster instead.
And everybody could know who Taskmaster
Martian Manhunter.
is.
He's my third favorite superhero in the Justice League.
Don't list the rest of them.
Okay, you know what? I would choose.
There was Green Arrow and
Was it Deadshot? Who's the villain for?
You can't. He's been in a movie.
What movie
was he in? This superhero cannot have been in.
What movie was he in?
Suicide Squad?
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's the only reason you know who Deadshot is.
No, I played Injustice. Come on.
Wait, you saying Will Smith?
I see you as a Gorilla Grodd.
Ooh, I could be a Gorilla Grodd.
Except he was in the Flash.
Or Beast Boy.
I could be Beast Boy.
Yeah.
Beast Boy. Oh, I'd be Beast. All right, Beast Boy. Lock it in, peace. Turn into any animal ever.
What would be the animal you would turn into first?
Yeah.
Platypus.
I guess it would depend on like what I would need to do. You know, if I had to go somewhere pretty fast, it'd probably be a cheetah, just to see how fucking fast I could run. You know, I'm already pretty fast as a person. You know, as a cheetah. Whew.
You'd be pretty fast as a cheetah. I'm sure.
As a cheetah. You've seen me on the football field. I'm actually quick lightning out there.
Got moves.
I got moves.
Great. Are we done with this? Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, you can just delete all of that actually.
all 20 minutes of it?
Exactly.
It's going nowhere.
All right, let's move it along here.
I wanted to mention a couple of things from last week's episode. We talked about the worst costumes for Halloween. I did see some good ones out of celebrities.
LeBron James actually did a fantastic.
That looked terrible. What
are you serious? Looking exactly like
idiot.
No, he didn't.
He's a giant ass fucking.
You could see the wig
Pennywise?
looked terrible. It was fucking terrible.
The wig looked terrible.
Yeah.
You're the dumbest person.
He wasn't even the best dressed NBA player.
Was Curry?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Okay then.
Curry's was better.
He dressed up as Jigsaw. That was pretty. He had the tricycle and everything.
Yeah.
Way better than LeBron.
If I had that much money, I would go full blown over the top with Halloween.
Absolutely.
You literally don't have that money and you have full blown Batman costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically I do.
Yeah.
But, all right.
The other one I really liked was Gwyneth Paltrow. Did you guys see that?
Nope.
She literally dressed up as a severed head from the movie Seven.
Oh.
She just had like a box around her head.
Nice.
That's pretty funny.
Low effort. Very good. Very good.
What's in the box? All right, cool.
So let's move on to our best man alive of the week. Rick, you want to kick it off?
I have a best family alive. There was a family that was out in
Georgia.
No, it wasn't Georgia. It wasn't
Wyoming.
The South.
Antarctica.
Oregon.
Mexico City.
Panama.
They were out in the earth and they got their fucking ship that they were on was taken by pirates.
Brazil.
And so like it was Brazil.
You sent me this. Yeah.
I did. I knew.
Not current pirates, like our pirates, probably, right?
No, like real human. Like
pirates
I'm
are
the captain
humans.
now. I'm the captain now. Like pirates.
Oh, like Captain Phillips pirates. Okay.
Yeah, real pirates. Pirates that are existing now.
If you were a real pirate, wouldn't you want to just fuck around and be an old school pirate?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that would be pretty humorous.
Yeah, but then you got to cut your leg off.
Well, you don't have to go that deep. But like,
Dude, I'm a character actor, okay?
Method actor.
When I play Taskmaster, I'm going to wear that fucking mask everywhere.
I'm going to have so many lists for people to do. This is.
Have you ever to see Taskmaster in a movie?
Have you ever heard of the app Evernote? Download Evernote. We got hella tasks.
We need to complete these tasks. You know what? He actually is the taskmaster because he's always asking us to do shit for this stupid podcast, and we never do it. Do this, do that.
All right, finish your
transition.
transition.
I ask you to actually prepare a little bit.
Barely. I do. Not to prepare at all.
Yeah,
back on track.
You're lucky I'm here. I'm looking for the thing. I'm looking for the
I'm lucky that you're here.
Yeah.
You can leave at any time, Cupcake.
Schmeegy weed.
45, I'm out. To my best family alive. Family survived attack by Brazilian pirates and walked through the Amazon to safety. Like, that's like the most badass family ever.
I really thought you were about to say and walk the plank. I was gonna be like that. Those are actual old school pirates right there.
Yeah, if you're walking the plank, then that is. You think if you're gonna be a pirate, are you gonna make people walk the plank? Do you even get
absolutely?
A plank?
I would be like Captain Hook. I got the alligator with the clock in it and shit. Fuck yeah.
Should we start our own little pirate band here?
Just
on Lake Michigan.
Let's just be pirates on Lake Michigan for a while. That'd be a good thing to
freeze
do.
to death in about a month.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this would be a summer thing. We'll just go
summer.
Dude, how funny would it be to go to the playpen and dress as pirates and just jump around people,
drinking rum, walking around on a peg leg.
That'd actually be funny as fuck. All right.
You got a boat?
Yeah. My sister has a boat.
You got to go swim to Detroit. Enjoy.
Let's get
pirate costumes. You can swim to Detroit from Lake Michigan. No, you can't. Is that Milwaukee? It's Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, it's okay, it's Detroit's Milwaukee. On the other side of the state.
Who wants to go to Detroit in the first place?
Yes.
Detroit,
I'm positive,
isn't on the border of Lake Michigan at all.
No.
I would rather.
It's like in the middle of Michigan then? Or where is it?
It's on the east side of Michigan.
It's nowhere near.
No.
Is it by another lake? Like Lake
Erie, probably?
Yeah, it's Erie. It's Erie. It's got to be Erie.
Honestly, I would rather...
Or Lake Huron. Fuck Lake Huron, dude.
Dude, Huron, no one even knows what Huron is.
Yeah.
Is it Huron or Huron?
You could just X that Huron Lake. Get the fuck out.
Is it quietly just like Huron Lake? Isn't Huron the guy with the eyeball in the thing?
I don't know. Let's ask Smithers.
Lord of the Rings. Sauron. Who's Huron?
Euron Greyjoy?
Euron Greyjoy. Another pirate. Speaking of pirates.
Let's get back on track.
Sorry, apologize. I'd also, I'd also rather drown in Lake Michigan than go to Detroit. So...
Wouldn't take you long because it's full of mercury.
Ooh.
That's why I'm saying it would be the worst walk the plank ever if someone was like, go swim to Detroit.
Oh my God, are there alligators? No, you're just going to drink some of this water and die immediately.
Yeah. If I were to jump the plank, I'd probably accidentally like breathe in water.
You can't jump the plank. You have to walk.
You have to walk the plank?
I could see you jumping the plank though.
God, you're the worst pirate ever.
Like doing a dive.
Just like full form, perfect.
Add this to your task list. Learn what a plank is and how to walk it.
Okay, back to my best family alive, as I was so rudely interrupted and deterred forever. The family survived Brazilian pirates and walked the plank and then walked through the Amazon to safety. Plank or no plank, that's still amazing.
They walked through the Amazon rainforest.
The Amazon and survived. And
wow. Everything there wants to kill you. It's like Australia, but with trees.
I will say that the family also had like a 3-year-old and like a 7-year-old.
I would be
3-year-old and 7-year-old
scared.
daughters. And this guy's like, all right, here we go. That guy's got some great innate skills.
Even the bugs in the Amazon will kill you, I feel like.
They probably have malaria now.
100%. So they're the best family alive because they survived.
Because they are still alive and they survived
How
in the
cool
Amazon.
would it be to be able to say you are a pirate survivor?
That's sweet.
They had to walk through the Amazon.
Yeah, that's like got to be a great story.
Find shelter.
That's a good campfire
I got my
story.
PhD in psychology. I survived the fucking pirates.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to actually dress up as pirates and go into Lake Michigan and be weird.
Right on the resume, pirate survivor
for sure.
All right, I'm gonna give this one to Shaq. I'll tell you why. I think a lot of people know why if you saw the YouTube video. But basically, Shaq bet Charles Barkley $20 that he would keep a straight face while eating these world hottest chips. Actually, I think it's just one chip in the package, but it's technically the world's hottest chip.
Is that just Doritos, like half full of air?
Exactly. I don't know. It's made with some pepper. I don't know where the pepper's from, but it's supposedly the world's hottest chip. So he failed miserably. He did not keep a straight face whatsoever. And he actually complained about needing some milk while doing this. But overall, you got to give him props and for having the balls to do this challenge, especially on a live broadcast. And it's pretty freaking hilarious. So if you're on your computer or have your phone out, I would definitely search Shaq world's hottest chip and watch that video if you want to laugh.
Do you think you could do it?
No, I could do it, but
like
I would not enjoy it.
Oh,
I do like spicy stuff, but I don't like eating spicy stuff and being extremely uncomfortable.
All right, I got a worst man alive, and it is Papa John.
Man, fuck Papa John.
I know what he's complaining
John
about
his shitty
NFL.
pizzas. Fuck you. It is not the NFL's fault that your sales are down. It's because you make shitty pizza and are an asshole.
I know you saw this news headline, and I could just picture you just losing it.
Yep, pretty
Papa
much.
John's pizza does suck. The
It's
best
terrible.
Papa John's pizza is their cookie pizza, and it's not even that good.
Never had it.
It's decent. If you heat it up, you put some vanilla ice cream. Yes, it's decent.
The best thing about Papa John's pizza is that they send you a box with pepperoncinis in it and that garlic sauce. That garlic sauce is okay.
Pretty fire.
But other than that, fuck you, Papa John.
Man, fuck Papa John. Yo, some guy on my floor freshman year in college took a bunch of shrooms and like freaked the fuck out. Like went into our RA's room and like trashed his TV and all this shit. Honestly, I think I triggered him because I like when they were watching Alice in Wonderland, I was like, yo, I kind of want to watch this actually. So like I took it out of there or like mid movie. Anyway.
Wait, what'd you do mid movie?
Like let him borrow.
Interrupted?
We let him borrow it.
So what does it have to do with Papa John's?
Because he
I was gonna say, is this story going anywhere?
because he went freaked out, ran around our entire floor, trashed our RA's room, went down in the elevator, hopped up. You know, remember Carmen Hall where
Yes.
there's like a little front desk? He
Yes.
literally like Venom hopped on to like the thing there, and they called the police, obviously. And so he went outside, and there was like a Papa John's guy like right outside that desk area.
This is all while he was tweaking out.
All while he was tweaking out. Punches the guy in the back of the head.
No.
Pizza flies everywhere. And all of a sudden the cops come in. He's surrounded by the cops and he pretends like he's a weapon behind his back and is like
That's
doing all
the
this
good
shit.
move.
Good move.
And then so
Good move.
he gets tackled, taken
It's
down.
just a pizza.
Arrested. And as he's walking out of Carmen Hall, he just goes, man, fuck Papa John. And just like left. So that's my Papa John connection.
All
There.
right. Well,
I
good
thought
thing
he
I
was the
asked.
bad guy in that story up until the very end.
Yeah.
He's the hero.
The twist, man.
I want
The
to play
twist.
that guy in a movie.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to be like, oh, no, I just ate Papa John's later that night.
Yeah, it was great. The pepperoncinis, pretty hot, man.
Fuck Papa John. Seriously, though.
Yeah, seriously. Like to blame NFL protests, just shut the fuck up.
Pretty much anyone that blames anyone else, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, make a
That's
better
all it is
product.
nowadays. Blaming other people.
It is pretty cool to see everybody eviscerate him on Twitter, though. Like
Yeah.
the official DiGiorno account was tweeting out like
shit.
better pizza, better sales,
They're like, wait,
which is just
Good cat.
we even still put trans
Brutal.
fats in our pizza, and we're still fucking beating your numbers, Papa John.
honorable mention goes to the Astros fan Kirk Head, who ripped a Yasiel Puig home run out of a woman's hands so that he could throw it back onto the field.
I saw that. That was
What was that?
The
That was
right thing
game
to do.
5. I would have been so fucking livid. I would have punched that guy in the face. What
That's
a dick.
Was she a
hilarious.
Dodgers fan?
That's actually
No,
funny.
they were all Astros fans. But if you catch a home run in the World Series, you fucking
You
keep the
catch that
ball.
Yeah, whatever.
I caught a foul ball when the Brewers played the Marlins in 2003 when the Marlins won the World Series, and liner in the section next to me bounced off some lady's face. I didn't see it bounce off her face, but it was like the ball landed right behind me, and I was like, "Oh, fucking sick!" Lost the ball like 3 weeks later. Like I didn't give a fuck about that ball.
That's a foul ball, though. Like a
Under
home
the
run's a
seat in
little
your
bit
car,
different.
probably.
Foul ball's a little bit. It's like it's a fucking baseball. You could lose that easily.
It's a
not
foul
like-
ball.
Yeah, but it also hit off of somebody's face. There was blood on it. It was amazing.
There was not blood on it. You're lying right
Yeah,
there.
She got hit in the face with a foul ball.
Was
A
there
line
blood on the
drive,
baseball?
a line- Yeah.
Prove it. Show me the baseball.
Prove it.
Okay, well, yeah.
Wait, never mind. There wasn't blood on the baseball, but
I have no proof that there was blood on the baseball.
Guilty
because,
until proven innocent.
God.
fair.
All right, let's get into the news. Zachary Levi from the TV series Chuck is your new Shazam.
Yeah.
He also showed up just long enough to get murdered in Thor. Well, I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later. Probably not.
Who?
I don't really know what to think about this because I never watched Chuck, nor do I really care about this character in any way.
Sweet news.
It's big casting news. It's a superhero that's just been cast to play a big DC role. And apparently The Rock is not going to be in this movie as the villain. He's going to get his own standalone movie.
This
Black
is
Adam.
the Levi guy.
Is somebody going to play Billy Batson as a boy?
Has to, right?
You know about this character, Brick?
No, go ahead and explain it to me, actually.
This character is also known as Captain Marvel, to not be
No, it's
confused
not.
with Captain Marvel from Marvel. But
It hasn't been known as Captain Marvel in 40 fucking years.
yeah, because Marvel fucking bitched about it. But anyways, so basically the kid's name is Billy Batson. Yes, he is a boy, but by speaking a magic word, Shazam, he can change into Shazam, who basically
Superman.
just super strong, can fly. Kind of the same shit. Yeah. As
Okay.
Superman.
Basically Superman.
Was there a cool part of this story, or
it's literally? But he could just change back and forth from a boy into Shazam.
So rather than being a nerd, it makes a little more sense than Superman.
It does. By saying a word, you turn into a superhero. That makes more sense than Superman being an alien.
No, it makes more sense than Superman being hidden behind glasses. At least like no one will know he's a little boy. You know, the Shazam, no one knows Shazam's gonna be a little boy. Like Lois Lane figured you're like his coworker. Come on. You would know if he was Superman, you dumb idiot. That's what I'm saying. It makes more sense in that regard. Anyway, Shazam fucking pace.
Yeah, I don't care about this. He's gonna have to put on a lot of muscle to play Shazam though, because he's
or like we mentioned, they can probably just CGI his muscles.
I don't think they're gonna. Why would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Just you're in Hollywood. Somebody will give you some steroids. You'll be jacked in a month.
Yep.
Lawrence Fishburne is not coming back for Justice League as Perry White. He was, like the Weekly Planet editor or whatever, because he's busy working on a Marvel project. Mark, does that hurt your feelings?
Moving on up.
He's going to be Bill Foster in the upcoming Ant-Man and the Wasp. For those of you that don't know, Bill Foster is Black Goliath, because back in the 60s, if you were black and a superhero, they had to put black in front of your name.
I was about to ask.
But basically, he just gets really big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some things are left better to be simple, It's like less is more.
Sure.
That guy's fucking huge. Right?
Speaking of Justice League, apparently Warner Brothers is waiting on the results from this movie, the box office, to determine whether or not they're even going to do the Flashpoint movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't Flashpoint actually good? Wasn't
Flashpoint's an awesome story?
Yes,
right?
It's a great story.
I recommend the DC animated movie Flashpoint. It's awesome.
Where can they find that?
The movie store.
Who the fuck goes to a movie store?
They've only done one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Batman has a large role in the Flashpoint arc.
Okay, so you said go.
Technically in the movie, the animated.
Technically, it's Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Batman's
okay. Well,
yeah.
Let's the spoilers
Batman.
go for people that want to actually watch it or whatever.
Yeah, that's not.
Where would you? Yeah, whatever. Where would you go besides the movie store? Where would you go? Netflix.
Just fucking rent. No, it's not on Netflix. Just rent it.
Who rents movies nowadays?
Amazon.
You don't rent something from Amazon?
No.
You can rent.
Okay, then pirate it. I don't.
What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Brick?
What do you?
No, I just thought maybe you would know if it was on fucking Amazon or Hulu or some sort of other.
It's not
regular.
You
streaming site.
Basically, though, the story is it's an alternate universe where Thomas Wayne survives and his son Bruce is killed, and his wife survives, Martha Wayne, but becomes the Joker.
Crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
I don't know if they'd be able to pull this off in an hour and 20-minute film.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would love to see it. It's one of the best Flash stories.
All right, so we'll definitely have to just go. Everyone go see Justice League, no matter how bad it is. Even though it looks
We're going to go see it anyway.
I know, it looks amazing.
I'm so freaking pumped, dude.
We need a good rebound now.
Did you guys see that Charlie Heaton got held up at customs trying to come to the Stranger Things premiere?
I saw headlines for that.
He was coming from the UK and had some cocaine in his bag.
Did he?
And he didn't get to fly over.
Oh,
so he missed the Stranger Things premiere.
Why you get to have cocaine in your bag? Like, was it like residue or was
Did he forget about it?
I'm gonna get.
I mean, maybe he was coked out when he packed. I don't know. He's just trying to get to. Maybe he doesn't have a coke guy in LA. Get off his ass.
Could be.
All right, hey,
could be.
You never know.
I just thought that was kind of funny.
Do you know what happened?
I don't know. They do like random bag checks though.
Yeah.
So maybe they just saw him and like, well, fuck this guy. He always looked tired.
It looks a little strange.
Fuck you, Jonathan Byers.
Have you ever looked at people who are getting their bags checked from the security people for random bags checking? Even though you know that person has nothing in their bag, no matter what that person probably thinks,
oh, for sure,
I might have something in my bag. Like everyone is nervous, no matter what. They look like they're nonchalant about it and don't really care.
What if somebody drops some heroin into my bag?
Deep down, they're super nervous that possibly something could be in the bag.
Like, oh shit. How dumb am I? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Is my shampoo too big?
Just freak out.
All right. Fast and Furious feud update. Tyrese says he's not going to be in the next Fast and Furious movie if The Rock is in it.
Ooh.
Can you handle a non-Roman Pierce Fast and Furious movie?
Yes. Because you know it's not going to go the other way.
Who in the world would want to see Tyrese over The Rock in literally anything?
He's like, oh, they're gonna have to not cast The Rock now that I don't want to be in it if he's gonna be in it. Bro, The Rock, people were talking about The Rock being president. Nobody gives a shit if you're saying that. You're off the movie then. 100% of you're off the movie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go on record as saying that if Vin Diesel is in the next Fast and Furious movie, I'm not going to be in the next Fast and Furious movie.
Tough sell.
Seriously.
Tough sell.
Seriously.
Make a choice.
You know, a lot of people are going to go with you.
You're gone, man.
/ absolutely nobody. And it is what it is.
It's going to be like, Ludacris, come with me. Nah, man, I'm good.
Sorry, man. They're paying like millions of dollars to do this.
Yeah.
All right, last bit of news. We finally have the full cast for the Jon Favreau live-action remake of The Lion King. It is pretty star-studded, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, Beyonce.
We knew that Donald Glover was going to be Simba, but now Beyonce is going to be Nala. I don't see her as an actress in any way, shape, or form.
But voice
yes,
actress.
Absolutely. But, usually they get like a voice actor and then they have Beyonce come in and sing the songs. Donald Glover obviously can sing and act.
How are they going to do this?
I have no fucking idea.
Beyonce's going to dress up like a lion.
I don't like.
Is this going to be like they're going to be like in New York or something?
No, I think it's going to be like more like the Jungle Book.
Yeah, probably. And I've said like
right
Beauty and the Beast, same thing. Except there won't be any actual humans in it.
I never saw Beauty and the Beast. I actually wanted to see that.
You never saw the original?
Wait. Oh. So you think they're actually going to dress up like lions?
No, dude. Shit. They're going to do the. Are you serious?
I don't know.
What?
So is this going to be like? I don't.
They're just going to do the voices.
Oh,
are they going to dress up like lions?
They're going to CGI a bunch of lions.
Okay,
not hard at all.
When you said live action, I thought they were actually going to be acting as themselves, like in the film.
Like Beyonce's going to be running around on all fours.
Yes, she does it in all of her music videos. So I don't fucking know.
Oh Jesus! Can I just get through this list?
Yeah.
So it's going to be animated or Pixar animated?
No, it's not animated. It's
CGI.
CG. Did you see the new Jungle Book?
Yes.
There you go. That's what it's going to be.
Oh. I thought they were
dress up like
I thought they were going to do like
lions.
a whole different take on it.
Now that you say that though, that's what I want to see.
I'd rather see Beyonce running around on all fours.
I initially thought all the actors and actresses were going to play themselves in this movie, but they were going to do something weird, but along the storyline of Lion King, where it would just be like they were
like
in New York
Beyonce's
City,
a ghetto girl in the heart of Harlem.
Exactly,
and she's
some shit
named
like that.
Nala, and then they're going to sing Lion King songs in a ghetto way. Is what you're getting at, right?
Yeah, and hold who's Simba?
Donald Glover.
Hold Donald Glover out the window of a 3-flat in Brooklyn, and
then do like the big like speeches at like Rucker Park or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think we might have stumbled upon a good movie
honestly,
here.
I would rather see that than whatever this is going to be. I don't think they need to be remaking any of these movies. Obviously, they'll make $1 billion fucking doing it, but
I just can't wait to be king. It's just gonna be a little kid on Rucker Park trying to be LeBron James.
Anyways, we're also going to get James Earl Jones, obviously
the
one of the most
movie?
iconic voices ever.
Mufasa,
The guy from Sandlot?
Darth Vader.
But he's the guy from Sandlot. That's what he's most known for.
No,
Smithers.
what?
Yes.
easily.
Oh my God, fuck you.
The guy from Sandlot.
I don't even want to talk
blind
about
guy.
this anymore. I will say Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, God.
Not bad.
Isn't John Oliver in that movie too?
As Zazu the bird.
That's good Zazu.
It's good Zazu, just obnoxious.
Yeah.
Also, Eric Andre's in it. I think he's one of the hyenas.
Who plays the baboon?
John Connie, who I have no idea who that is. I'm sure he's done a bunch of voice
Wait,
work.
John Oliver's in this?
Yeah.
We literally just said
Oh my
that.
God. When they're offset, they're probably all going to like huddle up and just tweet shit to Donald Trump the whole time. For sure. You have Seth Rogen, Oliver, Beyonce. What's his name will probably get in on the action.
All
right, moving on.
Yeah.
So Thor, yeah?
Hell yeah.
This is our Thor Ragnarok review. We will not spoil it until I say we're going to spoil it. I'll throw it in the show notes. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can skip right to the end for our recommendations. This dropped today. As of recording this, it is November 3rd. Opened last week internationally, which still bothers me.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
It did $108 million internationally. It's on pace to do about 120 domestically, just in the U.S. alone. So obviously they're going to kill the box office until Justice League comes out.
Any Marvel movie is going to do that.
It had a $108 million budget, though, which is pretty big.
That's big.
You figure you double that for marketing. I've seen so many fucking ads for this, so many TV spots and shit. So, yeah. This was directed by Taika Waititi, as we discussed. This is his first blockbuster.
And he's locked in for the next one, right? Or
I don't know if there's going to be a next one. He wants to do the next one.
Okay.
He also said he wants to do a Black Widow movie, a solo Black Widow movie that would be like a comedy.
Scarlett Johansson in comedies doesn't roll with me. What was the movie we saw? Rough Night.
Rough Night. That was terrible.
She didn't. She wasn't.
She can be funny. That was just a bad movie.
Okay, she's just more of a hot girl in my opinion.
That's very shallow of you.
1,000% it is.
This is
can't have
set.
it all.
I'm not going to go into the plot of this, but I'm going to do a little bit of setup because Mark, you asked me last night, like what happened with this person last, like where are we? This movie is set 2 years after Avengers 2 when they fought Ultron. Okay. So the Hulk and Thor were both in that movie. But at the end of that, the Hulk gets in a Quinjet and basically just flies away and you don't see him again until now. He wasn't in Civil War at all. Neither was Thor. Well, Thor shows up just to leave. Like he goes into a cave for some reason and he has these visions and he's like, fuck, I gotta go to space to find these rocks. So that's where we are right now. At the end of the last Thor movie, The Dark World, Odin had been basically sent to Earth and Loki was impersonating him, I guess. And that's where this movie picks up. Now I've got some questions. Is it fair to say that this is the funniest comic book movie that you've seen to date?
It's top 3 because I really thought Spider-Man was pretty funny.
Guardians 1 is up.
Guardians was also very funny.
Up there pretty high for me.
I think top 3. I didn't expect it to be as funny as it was.
I think this is the most comedic. Without spoiling it, there were a couple of parts where you're supposed to feel sad and I didn't really feel sad.
Oh, I didn't,
No.
You're supposed to feel sad. When?
We'll get to that in spoilers. You saw this movie last night. Have you already forgotten this?
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't that sad.
I want to call this more of a comedy than it is a comic book movie. The storyline wasn't really the focus. It was more along the line of the jokes and the improvisation. And I don't know.
I think you have to give it the comic book, obviously.
Obviously, they're comic book characters. But most of the other movies, you have some element of the actual comic story. And this kind of just took a bunch of them and threw them all together and cut out some of the key parts.
But I think the most successful movies that they've had as from Marvel have been the funny ones. Like the most recent with like all Guardians of the Galaxy have popped off because of the humor. Spider-Man was amazing because of the humor.
They all have levity.
Yeah, they all have levity.
They all have humor.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the ones that have are geared more towards humor are the ones that have been the most successful.
That's what Ant-Man was supposed to be, and it was probably the least successful Marvel movie.
Good point. But I still liked it. But I agree.
Yeah, it's fine.
I agree that makes sense. Good counter.
Yeah, but the actual Thor Ragnarok story, the actual Planet Hulk story, that's not really what this was.
Great for the non-comic book reader, because I feel like someone who likes the comics would be more opposed to be like, I wanted to see the original Ragnarok story or the original Planet Hulk story. But like
Planet Hulk deserves its own movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. The score and the soundtrack, fucking awesome. The 80s vibe, the Zeppelin.
What other song than Immigrant Song did you recognize?
The Willy Wonka Golden Ticket song.
That's about it. The score was good. I just didn't think there was really anything other than that Immigrant Song and the Willy Wonka song.
Yeah, other than that, it didn't really stand out to me, in my opinion.
So all of the individual Avengers movies have their own song, and those were all dropped in here as well. Okay, the score was good then. And they probably did blow their entire soundtrack budget on that one Zeppelin song.
Oh, I was surprised that Led Zeppelin would even let them use that song.
You throw $10 million at them and they'll, Robert Plant's just going to be like, okay.
They wanted to get on the action. Dude, what they play for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that was like amazing. What was that song?
Are you talking about Break the Chain?
Break the Chain. Yeah, loved that
good
part.
Song.
I'm just saying, like,
great song.
Marvel does good
that doesn't have
with
the
picking
same appeal
songs
as Zeppelin does.
I agree, but also like that's still like a very popular song. That's like it fit so well within the comic book and superhero universe, like that.
Yeah, but Fleetwood Mac is not on the level of.
It's not. I agree, but I'm just saying, like,
I get it. But there's a point in the climax when the intro riff from Immigrant Song comes on. Like I had goosebumps. It was fucking crazy. It was perfect use of that song. Did you like or dislike or have any strong feelings either way about any of the actors?
I thought a lot of the additional side characters that they brought in that were new were fantastic. I loved every side character that they added, especially what was his name? Korg cracked my ass up. Yeah, I loved Korg.
Did you realize that was Taika Waititi doing the voicing?
No, I did not. I just love the accent and just like the driest humor ever. The driest.
I really like the cameo.
A million loved the cameo.
Probably one of the greatest cameos I've ever witnessed on the big screen.
Yeah, we'll get to that one in spoilers. That deserves to be discussed.
Hell yes.
I don't really give a shit about Cate Blanchett. Apparently, this was supposed to be Charlize Theron at some point, and I would have
same person
much preferred that.
I don't really care. I didn't mind her. She's fine.
I thought she did a fine job. Yeah, I didn't.
She just didn't do anything for me.
I don't think Charlize Theron would have made her role any better.
Jeff Goldblum was awesome.
Yes.
Killed
He
it.
was just Jeff Goldblum all over the place.
He was just being Jeff Goldblum. It
He
wasn't
would
even a
not
role.
have fit in any other movie. But like the tone of this and the direction they took it and the colorful everything was just perfect for him.
I feel like he was just saying whatever he wanted.
That's what I read, and I don't really know how true it is, but they said
He didn't have lines.
pretty much 60% of this was improvised.
Yeah.
Just to keep it loose. I think
They kept it loose.
They
yeah,
kept it
It
loose.
was pretty loose, but I don't know. Tessa Thompson was great as Valkyrie, and Mark Ruffalo was just there.
I loved Mark Ruffalo. I thought he was hilarious. The crazy kook fucking. He played it perfectly. The Hulk, like coming back after being the Hulk for 2 years and just being like, all right, dude, what the fuck? I thought he played it great.
Yeah.
He's always just such a buzzkill.
I felt like he was more of a buzzkill in the,
not
in the
how
other
Banner
movies,
is,
though.
in
Yeah, that is
general?
what he is. He's a dork ass.
When he's not the Hulk.
He's a dork ass nerd. He's got 7 PhDs,
Comic book expert over here.
Dork ass nerd.
right? That's
No,
what
he's not. He's not super mopey and shit.
The way that he's been portraying the Hulk, and then coming back to reality after 2 years of being a psycho Hulk for that long. You needed to see Mark Ruffalo in there. You can't just be dumb Hulk the entire time. Like, I liked that they brought him back.
I don't know much about the Hulk, but does the Hulk really not able to control his anger to that extent where he would still fight Thor like that?
No, that's
Magical
not how the Hulk
shit.
is. The Hulk still is kind of aware of his surroundings. There have been stories that people have written that where he just kind of goes nuts,
Okay.
and he's fought Hulk plenty of times, fought Wolverine, fought fucking everybody. But no, I don't really buy that. What would have made more sense is what they did in the actual comic book and I think the animated movie as well, where they put one of those laser disc things on his neck and said,
Yeah.
if you don't fight, we're going to keep shocking you because it will keep you the Hulk.
That would make more sense.
Would have made more sense.
I thought that was what was going on. That's what I thought, assumed at the start. But also like just the hype of the Gladiator and being in like the arena and everyone actually rooting for you rather than on Earth when he was a hated kind of more or less a villain more than anything because he destroyed a bunch of shit. So like they played into that enough for me to believe that he was like, the hype is real. Just I gotta do this, man. We're in the Gladiator Center. We're going at it.
Whenever I've seen the Hulk, he always has a tiny bit of self-control where he can actually realize and comprehend what he's doing in some sense. So I guess not.
Just weird writing.
All right.
What else do you have?
I'll just go good and bad. So good, pretty much all the comedic scenes were on point. There wasn't really a time where I was rolling my eyes or anything. So I would list that as a good point of the movie. The visuals were awesome. Not a surprise here, though. Often the case with
budget.
it's often the case with Marvel movies, especially in the last couple of years. So the Thor was more jacked than ever. Gotta love that. And my final note, I would say overall, I thought the story was pretty good. I thought the cast was great. I would say I liked the cast more than I actually liked the story in this movie. Overall, the movie didn't really blow me away at any point. It was pretty much what I expected. It was entertaining. And going in to see a movie that is a Marvel production, I know I'm going to be entertained. And leaving the theater, I was entertained, which wasn't a surprise to me. Bad, I don't think this movie really ever took itself seriously.
Never.
At any point.
Not even a bad thing, though.
Which is bad for me, but for somebody that isn't as familiar or doesn't have a connection to superheroes and superhero movies and the whole superhero universe, whether it be DC or Marvel, for a person who doesn't really give a shit and just wants to have enjoyment and laugh and see cool shit, I can definitely see why this would be an awesome movie and you not caring about that at all. But I kind of feel like Thor shied away from who Thor is from what I know, and that's being extremely masculine, extremely powerful. There were just like scenes in the movie, like when he was going to see the Grandmaster and he comes in and he looks scared shitless. That's not Thor to me, where he's strapped in the chair and he looks like he just saw a ghost or something.
He also doesn't have his hammer anymore for the first time.
Yeah. And then when
that was a creepy little.
It was
cult
creepy.
thing. It was like, this is fucking not real, you know?
But 10 minutes later, I'm kind of spoiling it, but the haircut scene, he was freaking out there too.
Well, he doesn't want his haircut.
Yeah.
Very Metro. Yeah. Okay. And then him just getting emotional about Loki betraying him for the 80th time. I don't know.
I got something to say about that.
Was he more Thor in the first Thor movie or this movie? That's
in
all.
every other Thor movie, he was more Thor than
exactly. Which bothered me a little bit.
But I think the thing that they showed in this movie is that characters evolve, like the Hulk.
I think what you see in this movie is that they wanted to appeal to a wider audience than just Thor fans, which is why they brought Taika Waititi in the first place.
And which is why they brought in a whole new supporting cast, in my opinion, other than like the Hulk.
Tom Hiddleston.
Finish your shit.
Last thing I would just say, the villain didn't really do it for me. I enjoyed the background story. I enjoyed one of those scenes that we mentioned with the immigrant song in the last battle. But overall, I just knew the whole time that they were going to come out victorious. It was one of those things which is obvious, but...
You can say that about any movie. Guess what? Justice League, at the end, they're all going to be okay.
Here's the thing. I knew the well-being of every character in their group was going to be okay. Let's talk The Dark Knight. Great thing about a villain like the Joker in The Dark Knight is how the movie ends might not be how you're going to picture the movie ending.
I mean, there's a character that dies. There's a couple, but
there's a shitty character that dies.
No, there's a main character.
There's a couple. Dies. Yeah.
Whatever. Give me a rating and then we'll talk more.
Okay, we'll talk more about it. I'll give it an 8.5.
I loved the levity throughout from the get-go. You see Thor being a badass and just like knowing that he's a badass in that regard and like taking everything with a grain of salt. He knows he can kick everybody's ass. So he like everybody that's kind of trying to talk to him, he's just like, I'm going to play it off and be super confident and be dope. That's what I like about Thor to begin with. Comparing him from like the first movies, as you were saying before, like how he came down from Asgard and like went to the coffee shop with Natalie Portman and then like drank his coffee and like threw it on the ground. It's like, another one. You see him evolve from that Thor to this Thor where he's in the city of New York and like people are like, oh, can I take a picture with you? He's like, yeah, it's fine. And then like they're talking about how Natalie Portman like broke up with him and he's like, actually I broke up with her. Just like
he was wearing a long sleeve shirt with zipper sleeves. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
It's like something you get at H&M.
Dude, yeah, he's evolved because he's learning from all these different places that he's gone, and I think that's what I liked about it is he's evolving in that sense. But the comedy in this movie was on point. Everything was funny. They had dry humor. They had dumb humor. They had just like flat out humor. Action was fantastic. I'm going to give this one a 90, and I'm going to give this a bomb rating.
So this is 90 out of 10.
Let's
90 out of 100.
Let's go back to what you just did there. And ever again.
Yep, lock it in for that's what we do when we get
we're not
90s plus.
This is not what we're going to start doing. Absolutely not. We're immediately not doing that at all.
Great. Brick gives it a 9 out of 10.
90 out of 10 and it's
I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to go see it again this weekend, but I don't know, it just wasn't. Look, it's not.
When's the last 7 movie that you're like, I'm going to go see it again immediately this weekend?
When's the last 7 Marvel movie? Ant-Man was probably below a 7. 6.5 maybe.
Probably Doctor Strange. I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy. I'm just hoping that I enjoy it more after seeing it a second time. And since I have a movie pass, like I'm not going to shell out $15 to go see it again.
Do you think going to see it a second time is not going to be a benefit? You're going to be with Erica. She's going to be laughing hysterically.
She's going to love it. This movie is perfect for anybody that
are the jokes going to get old for you though?
Books. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Literally 90% of the people are be like, all right, this movie's awesome because comic books are kind of lame.
The
face you made was amazing.
A podcast that talks about comic books.
When's the last time we talked about comic books?
This episode.
Yeah, well,
our fucking question was about superheroes. Where do you think superheroes come from?
Movies.
I hate you.
I did not think you could be any more stupid.
Dope. Yep. Lock that in for dopeness.
That's what I get for.
I speak for 90% of the people that are like,
doubting your stupidity.
I know they have good stories, but like they're better said on a movie screen.
They were said first in comic books. So
first is the worst, second is the best.
I'm gonna cut his mic now. So spoilers.
That just means that I gotta talk louder.
Let's go.
Spoilers. From this point forward, up until recommendations, and I will mark this in the show notes. We got to talk about that Matt Damon scene.
The best scene in the movie, by far. It was a 30-second scene, and it was the best scene in the movie.
You asked me who the other people were, and I had to look it up because I didn't recognize
it. I feel like it was, someone. The person playing Thor was somebody.
It was his brother, Luke Hemsworth.
It was Chris Hemsworth's brother. Was it?
Yeah.
All right, that's classic then.
And then the other guy was
Matt Damon.
I have it written down here. Oh, Sam Neill, who's Dr. Alan Grant in Jurassic Park.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, amazing.
So yeah, that was hilarious. Awesome. He was Odin.
I enjoyed Matt Damon more in those 30 seconds that I did in the whole Suburbicon movie.
Easily.
And he's just laying on the ground yelling. It was fucking perfect though.
So funny.
Doing that exact Loki death scene and like being like super into the acting was amazing too. It was just like I loved it.
And Loki just being fed grapes too, as his dad, just laying there.
That was a great little intense scene too. Like Thor knew it was just Loki was tricking all these people, and then just like give him the hammer. And the point of view from that, you guys didn't see it in 3D, did you?
No.
Cool.
The point of view of that was pretty sweet. Just like the hammer coming directly at your face. You're just like, bah! It's great.
Back to, you tried to say that nobody important died. Odin dies. That's kind of important. That's what brings on Ragnarok in the first place.
He's old, all right?
Yeah, I already knew he was. I thought he was dead before this, to be honest.
Here's the thing, though. I didn't fully comprehend that he was dead. I thought he was just doing some mystical shit.
Nothing.
Exactly. He didn't like flop down on the ground. He disintegrated into gold pixie dust, dude.
It only makes sense.
Seriously, though. I didn't instantly think, oh, he's dead when he just blew away into gold dust.
He's talking about how his time has come.
All right.
He literally was giving the biggest.
Why was he dying?
Ever.
Why was he dying?
Because
of Loki, right?
As he leaves Asgard for that long, he was weaker and weaker.
Yeah.
He was banished, and
that's why their sister was growing stronger and stronger.
Well, because she, yeah.
Okay.
I liked.
That's what I thought.
I liked the callback to that stupid devil guy that they talked to in the beginning.
Starter. Oh, just a stupid comic book character.
When I was
Chekhov's gun, him like talking to him in the beginning.
When I was talking about nobody that important was dying, I meant your classic end of the scene, last battle in the movie scene where somebody gets, well, somebody kind of did die.
Well, we're spoiling it. It's Scourge.
Yeah, Scourge, but who the fuck cares?
Carl Urban, a.k.a. Judge Dredd. Yeah. I hated his character top to bottom.
Oh, yeah, I could care less.
Just worthless.
I could care less about his character. But it made sense as a survival tactic to be like, oh, yeah, all right, goddess of death. Yeah, all right.
Did you have any remorse for his character at the end?
Zero.
No, and it was a dumb way for him to die, and his guns had 1,000,000 bullets each.
They did. The clips had 1,000,000 bullets.
I
noticed
that so much.
And that was super annoying.
That was a little bit annoying that he did that. Like maybe at least if he had like bullets like trailing off, like it was like a heavy machine gun, it would have made more sense.
At least he eventually reloaded. If he didn't reload that gun at any point, I would have been kind of
I almost didn't want him to reload and just have 1,000,000 bullets, like 1,000.
Super ignorant.
Over the top. You got to go one way or the other.
You can't
like either you're running out of bullets or you never. You
can't shoot 500,000 bullets off and be like, oh, time to reload.
Because if he doesn't reload, then you're thinking, okay, they probably knew what they were doing. They were just fucking around and just giving him unlimited bullets. But since he reloaded way past, you knew the clip was empty. You're thinking, you really think we're that fucking dumb.
I don't know, man. It was dumb.
It was kind of annoying. It was one of those little things that was
could have done so much more with it too. Like he could have just like threw the gun at people and then like fist fought them to get them off the edge. But then like he just kept shooting.
He saves them and then immediately gets murdered. What about the Doctor Strange cameo? Did that do anything for you?
I liked Liam Hemsworth in those scenes more than I enjoyed, obviously, Cumberbatch. You know,
I just had a serious thought: is Liam Hemsworth in this movie?
Yeah,
I mean Chris. I was like, what? I always do that.
Did I miss that?
Chris. When Thor when he was jumping around in all those different places,
spilling his beer. Yeah.
And he was freaking out.
I thought that was kind of great, just to have that troll a little bit. Yeah. Because it had that levity in it. It was like a perfect little. And when he was waiting to grab his hammer as well, and it's just breaking all the antiques in the place. Yeah, it was a good. That made it even better, just because it's like, all right, I get a little bit of revenge on you, Doctor Strange. You fuck. Like I
don't even think he was trying to do that on purpose.
No, he didn't. He was lost in so many different fake imaginary scenarios. He's just like, yep, just hammer, come here, wherever the fuck you are.
I think this is just Marvel sprinkling in characters to remind you of the universe. I don't think it really. It was. I think
what they did was the characters from Thor 1 and Thor 2 were solid. They were fine for the first two movies. I feel like they didn't have any substance coming into the third movie. That's why they killed off those two guys, the two heroes. All three. They killed them off.
They're called the Warriors 3.
Yeah. Well, they were killed in one scene immediately.
Two of them and then the Asian guy.
Yeah.
Another funny scene during the Doctor Strange cameo was at the very end. Loki. When he could have easily put the portal in so Loki could have walked through or something like that. But instead he put his mystical portal 10 feet up in the air so Loki just fell right through it.
That's because he knows who Loki is.
Yeah.
Loki even talks about how much people on Earth hate him.
Yeah, falling for 30 minutes was amazing.
Yeah.
But that was pretty
funny. I love Tom Hiddleston.
And I think that was also
Loki.
Another fact that I think allowed them to do a pure comedy was the fact that it's Loki the trickster god. You know, like he's pulling tricks on people all the time. They have that aspect along with everything else that they did was well tied together.
Yeah.
I thought that the Thor versus Hulk fight was pretty much as advertised. Pretty epic.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Always. They fight in every movie and it's always great. And it's even better in this one.
The way that Loki was shitting his pants when the Hulk came out was great. And then when the Hulk grabs him by the leg and fucking smashes him up and down.
That's how it feels.
Yeah. Loki's standing up cheering for it. Yeah. That was pretty good.
He says that's how it feels because literally that's how it happened. I thought that was so funny.
Thor won that fight though.
He did. Loki. No pun intended.
We talked about a couple side stories that maybe didn't need to be there. I really did enjoy Idris Elba coming back as Heimdall.
Who?
The black guy with the eyes.
Oh, yeah, I knew. Yeah, we all knew he was coming back. Come on now.
Yeah, but he had a side story.
He had a good side story. I agree.
Thor uses him every now and then and says, like, help me see. Like, Heimdall's whole thing is he can see anything in the universe at any time.
And he can share anything at any time. So, which is, that was great to have Chris Hemsworth see, like, what the fuck is going on Asgard. Yeah, it was good.
How did you guys like the get help scene?
That was pretty fun.
That was funny when Thor was pretending that Loki was dying and carrying him, and he's like, get help, and just tosses him on the 3 carts there, knocks him out.
It added that aspect of like they're brothers still, even though they're stepbrothers and they're not even the same race, and one's like an ice giant, the other's like actually a god. For them to grow up together and be like, yeah, we're doing this. Yeah. It's like the way they portrayed it was like a perfect little brotherly thing that they kind of did. I thought it was great.
Definitely. At the same time, going back to what you were talking about with Thor not really seeming like Thor, I have a really hard time believing that Thor could trick the trickster god.
Yes.
And take that zapper thing away from him. And I have trouble buying that.
I don't know if like after a while, after you've lived with the trickster god and done the trick, he's tricked you twice and like throughout your entire years, you pick up a few things. Like Thor's not a dumbass by any means. He knows the games that Loki plays. He knows how he works.
If that was the case, okay, I'm gonna move to the post-credit scene because
I didn't watch that. It was fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I got to go to work tomorrow.
And 5 more minutes would have killed you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just
all right. Well, at the very end, first of all, when Loki goes to grab Surtur's crown or whatever to throw it in the ever-burning fire, he stops and looks at the Tesseract from Avengers 1, the big blue cube.
Yeah.
Obviously, he took it.
Good, yeah.
Right, we can just assume that.
Yeah, well, they did that.
It's an Infinity Stone, right?
That was in the movie.
Yes, it is. It's the Space Stone.
I figured that's how they were going to bring in the whole...
You didn't stay for it, but the post-credit scene is they're in the spaceship and a gigantic, like massive spaceship pulls up in front of them. There's a 0% chance that Loki is not working with Thanos and didn't tip him off to let him know that he has an Infinity Stone. Yeah. You can't be smarter than him at one point and then pick up a few things and then completely just let him fuck you again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. But it's like, yeah, Loki is the trickster god, so he would have the ultimate grand scheme of things. He is the one who's going to be doing these kind of tricks. But like, I feel like Hemsworth is not going to not be able to get a couple jabs in there.
I'm guessing that even though you see Asgard get destroyed, Hela's not dead. She's going to show up in Infinity War.
You really think that?
Yes.
That was the reason why I didn't really care for her, because I thought she was probably just gone and we were never going to see her again.
She's most likely going to come back, and she's most likely going to be Thanos' love interest because...
Really?
Yes. Because in the comics, it's death, but death different than Hela, goddess of death in Asgard. It's a big, long story. But yeah, she's probably not dead.
I don't know. What'd you think of the Hulk and Thor arguing like little fourth graders scene at where were they at Sakaar? I think the city was. Did you like that? You thought it was funny?
It was fine. I mean, like it's more back and forth, just improv jokes.
I feel like the majority of the laughs, besides obviously that Matt Damon scene is low-key. It was probably when they were in that room together
as like roommates, kind of
when they were just fighting and arguing with each other.
That was good. I liked that.
And Thor and Hulk's just there pissed off, like throwing the ball, like somebody would take a tennis ball, like relieve some stress, and just.
But it's just a bowling ball. Yeah. Oh wait! That was actually even better. Was when Thor was trying to be like super cool
and break through the glass,
the glass with the bowling ball, and it hits him in the head. Yeah. And then he finishes the line though, because that's what heroes do. Was like even better. I loved it.
There was nonstop shit like that, and I know Ryan was just rolling his eyes during it.
No, it was
he
funny.
didn't roll his eyes. Yeah, he said he didn't roll his eyes.
What about Tessa Thompson's side story? Did you care about that at all? Or did you just want her to be a badass?
Valkyrie?
Yeah.
I liked it when they did the flashback, and I had no idea they actually rode Pegasus. which was pretty cool.
Yeah, and that was
Flying horse.
Yeah.
That was a scene where the CG was awesome.
Yeah.
I thought that the scene where Hela, when she first gets to Asgard and is fighting a group of warriors, of Asgardian warriors, it didn't look very good. It kind of took me out of it. So some of the scenes were better than others, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would have been completely fine with the Hulk dying when Bruce Banner just like jumped out of the plane and just like landed. Like his body was like all fucking
the Hulk
mangled.
literally can't die.
I know, but I thought, but like Bruce Banner can die. I feel like that's what I felt like. As a person who's not a super comic guy, I felt
Have
that
you seen
Ryan
the movie? Because he talks about putting a gun in his mouth and pulling the trigger, and how the big green guy spits out the bullet.
That's right. That's also a very minor it's like a sentence they said in the movie. But also, I thought that was just hilarious that he like just had a limp body. I was like, I'd be fine if he died like that. That's actually hilarious.
So is Odin really a dick?
Yeah.
Like, he really did that shit back in the day with his daughter.
Oh yeah, he's a huge asshole.
With Hela. What's her name? Hela?
Kills
so that's all
Frost
true. I
giants.
didn't know if Hela was lying about it, but I mean, they did have that big painting on the ceiling, which was actually showing them conquering all these cities and shit.
Yeah, Odin's an asshole. Anything else for spoilers?
No, I think we're good.
Good.
All right. I wanted to point out a couple of references that might have fallen by the wayside.
Okay.
One of the funniest things for me was when Loki was talking about when he turned Thor into a frog.
They did have a bunch of brotherly like little stories and things that like played out well.
Frog Thor is a thing. Throg. It was a Walt Simonson thing. Google Throg. Just Google it right now and see a picture of it. It's a frog in Thor's helmet with a hammer and a cape.
Amazing.
And it was a comic book run.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
And you said comic books are better than movies? Okay. Because I'm into that. We need to get Throg. If I could be a superhero of anything, I'd be Throg.
That's your C2E2 costume next year.
Throg.
Into it.
Throg. Do it.
In the beginning, when they go to Earth to find Odin, the original Thor, like way, way back in the day, would disguise himself on Earth as a guy named Donald Blake. And he would walk around with this walking cane or sometimes an umbrella, which he did in this movie. And you tap it on the ground a couple of times and it turns into the hammer and he turns into Thor.
Mm-hmm.
So back in the day, Thor was just an actual dude, Donald Blake, that would...
Yeah.
It was like Shazam, except he tapped the ground instead of saying Shazam.
When was this in the comic?
Fuck, that was like the 70s.
Yeah.
That was very,
really
very,
early.
like Amazing Tales Thor.
It was the Thor Golden Age.
Yeah.
What did you
very
say?
Long time ago. What do you think Thor is going to do without his hammer? You think he's going to get another hammer?
I would hope so.
I don't think he needs it anymore.
Do you think he's going to get Yarnborn?
What is Yarnborn?
Stormbreaker? Yarnborn's a big ass axe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If that's his next... Yeah, that makes sense.
When he
Lightning
shows
axe.
up in the arena with Hulk, he's carrying a big club that is pretty reminiscent of Hercules from Marvel Comics, like that iteration of Hercules.
Yeah,
I'd like to
that
see
could
Hercules.
be. I don't know.
Damn it. You know what? If Joe Manganiello wasn't going to be Deathstroke, I would want to see him as Hercules because I bet he grows a badass beard and he could totally do that.
That's true.
No, I'm never going to see that.
I'm not mad about him being Deathstroke, though, to be honest. But
yeah, but I am now less confident that there's going to be a World War Hulk tie-in movie. I thought when Tofty was here, I was talking about it. I thought it would be the Doctor Strange kind of tie-in.
Yeah.
They didn't set it up at all because in the comics, Hulk goes to this planet, bangs this alien chick and has a kid, and someone blows the planet up and kills his wife and kid, and he blames it on Tony Stark and Doctor Strange and blames it on Black Panther and Reed Richards. And he comes back and he's like, all of you need to come out. I'm going to beat the fuck out of all you right now. Did you know that the Grandmaster is the Collector's brother from Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
Facts. All right, so that's our Thor review.
It was good. Go see it, guys.
Go see it if you
like Marvel movies.
You know what? You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that everybody will enjoy this movie.
You can, if you like funny things and action and beautiful.
You don't even have to
spectrums,
like superhero movies. Go see the movie. You're going to laugh.
If you like shirtless dudes, Chris Hemsworth is Jack.
If you like Matt Damon with a wig,
a very
black
bad
wig. Yeah, terrible wig.
Even better. It's a terrible wig.
All right, let's do our recommendations.
I'll start out. I have two big gamer month this month. So I haven't been on in a while, but South Park, Fractured Butthole was hilarious. Beat it, and it's a short game, but packed full of hilarious South Park references, and everything that they do is actually hilarious. Combat's fun.
Was it just funny, or was it fun to play as well?
It was both. They had a nice little turn-based, like RPG style gameplay. It was good and nuanced. It was fun. And then I'll get into Assassin's Creed, which came out the 27th. If you like Assassin's Creed, You're going to love this game because it was made by the developers that made Black Flag, which was, in my opinion, the best Assassin's Creed to date. And you can tell that they made it out with just like the way the game plays, the way everything is so smooth. And Black Flag was a staple and a stepping stone for the Assassin's Creed franchise. And Origins is another one.
Great. Mark, what do you got for me?
I got to give it to Stranger Things 2. So we're going to be talking Stranger Things 2 next week. I hope you guys have been watching this series on Netflix. The first season was awesome.
It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
I actually enjoyed the second season more than the first season, which I did not expect. So a lot of the characters, their development throughout the second season of Stranger Things was awesome. So entertaining. But other than that, if you haven't been watching Stranger Things, go watch the first season, watch the second season, and get ready for us to talk about it next week. I don't really want to talk any non-spoilers. I don't even think we have to. We're just going to get right into it. So watch Stranger Things 2. Watch Stranger Things 1 if you haven't watched it already. But that's my recommendation for the week.
All right. I got 2 for you. One is a podcast. It's a New York Times true crime kind of thing. It's called Dirty John. And it's about this guy who is just a sociopath. And his whole life, he's just been going through and conning women into marrying and taking all their money, conning people out of all of their money. And you can get through the whole thing in like 3 hours. So it's like a Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah. You turn it on 1.2 times regular speed. And
this is a true story?
Yes.
Is the guy talking the guy that it's actually about?
No, it's weird. An investigative journalist for the LA Times. It's a really compelling story.
That's still cool. Yeah.
It's really good. I definitely recommend that. Again, that's Dirty John. And my other recommendation is UFC 217, which is tomorrow night, which
is that with Dillashaw and Garbrandt?
It's your boyfriend, yes, Mr. Neck Tattoo, Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw. Yes.
How are you going to watch that and not drink alcohol?
I'm not going to drink alcohol and watch that.
Oh man.
Brutal. So yeah, that's the 135 bantamweight title. George St. Pierre making his return after 4 years to fight Michael Bisping for the middleweight title, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who is the baddest girl in fighting right now. She's an absolute killer. This Polish girl. She's fighting Rose Namajunas, and it's that's the strawweight 115 women's fight.
Whatever happened to who's the girl that beat the shit out of
Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, who's the girl that beat the shit out of Ronda Rousey? Standing up, just was bashing her in the face, punches.
Holly Holm.
No, Holly Holm kicked her in the face.
Amanda Nunes?
Yeah, what happened to her? Wasn't she really good?
Champion.
She's still the champion?
Yes.
So why did you say this girl is...
Because this is a different weight class.
Oh, okay.
John Jones is better than Michael Bisping, too.
Yeah, I understand what a weight class is. I didn't know they did that for women's UFC. I thought they were all just in the same weight class because they all weigh like $130.
That's sexist of you.
No, not really.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk is 115.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my recommendation. Even the undercard's worth watching. There's a couple good fights there. Heavyweight fight, Open St. Preux. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to those fights, definitely. It's going to be awesome.
Sober fights.
Sober fights for you. For you. Not for everyone, obviously.
All right, that's all I got.
Brick, you got anything to say? No, I'm just a total traitor, like whatever.
Dirt. Comic books are dumb. Dirt.
Well, that's all we got for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, chumps out, motherfucker.